Hey folks, Daily Landsblog for June the 25th, 2018. Actually, right this moment, the special is on suicide on CNN. And we've been watching it, and they've been talking a lot with people, including Anderson Cooper, who lost a brother to suicide about 30 years ago. Other famous people like Glenn Close, whose sister attempted suicide. Karl Rove, the evil Republican dictator behind George W. Bush, and a handful of others. It's just such a hard topic because they continually say this is the number you have to call, you have to reach out, you have to ask for help, and I think we've been saying that for a long time. I think we need a fresh angle at it. And my way that I look at it, and the purpose for today's Landsblog, is to try to implore you to make it part of the discussion. If you have struggled with suicidal thoughts, then you need to talk to people about that so they can be alerted that you are at risk, that you have had these thoughts in your head. And so you will be more able at that point to reach out and say something that is going to crush someone. When you say, I need help, I'm thinking of ending my life, that is crushing for someone. And chances are, if you're reaching out to someone, they probably care about you. That's why you have chosen them to reach out to. So if it's you, I think you need to alert people around you that, hey, I have this thing, and you need to desensitize them. And that to me is the most important word, desensitizing people to the word suicide. And I think if you're on the other side of this equation and you haven't felt that way, I believe that it is your responsibility to make it part of the discussion. And especially I'm talking about parents and kids and parents, people with close relationships need to have used the word suicide before it becomes necessary, because by that time it may be too late. By that time it may be so dominated by stigma. The thought of sharing that word for the first time is so incredibly difficult. For me to say to you, Case, I'm having thoughts of suicide. That is so difficult to say, but if we had discussed it as we have many times, it would become easier. So I don't have any answers. I just know that talking, desensitizing, and making it part of the discussion. So the first time that someone has to use that word is not the time that they are in crisis. SickNotWeak.com, 24 hours a day, 364 days a year. We're here because we want your ideas. Let us know. What do you think would make even a tiny bit of difference as an overall philosophy for dealing with what is clearly a suicide crisis?